Hey my friends, it's Audrey from audreylynnstudiios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. I have a kiln opening today. I have no backdrop. My dear brother-in-law said he didn't like the black backdrop. And I just had it there so you wouldn't see my mess, but you know what? Here you go. He'd rather see it by the kiln, but my little sweetheart grandchildren, I spy me and then they follow me out there, and the darling little boys want to just pull everything out of the kiln, and I have a heart attack every time they do it. So that's not going to happen for a while. Anyway, this was actually a copper float firing. So it was a cone 6 with an 8-minute hold. The last time I tried it, turned out something was wrong with the thermal couple. But we replaced it, and it still didn't come out like it usually does. Anyway, let's get on with it, and we'll get into it. I had some ornaments on the top shelf, like I usually do. It's always a little cooler there anyway, so I didn't put cones there, but I'll show you the cones on the next one down later. I just had 3 kinds on there. So the little foxy ornament, done with stroke and coats, and I can link the description to the vid that shows how I apply the stroke and coats onto my ornaments. Okay, this one I forgot to put the little hangy thing in, so I guess it's going to be a magnet. And it is that camelback? Yeah, camelback here. I'm sorry, old lace, and then tuxedo in the eyes. I like that little foxy. I can't even remember where I got it. It's a metal one. And then this one I designed and printed myself, and I do love her. So this is Sea Breeze and old lace, and her hair is cafe au lait, and her hands and face are pinkaboo, and then she has a yellow, like a yellow halo. So I've had some people ask me about wanting to order this, and for sure you can. I'm just perfecting the stamp, the cookie cutter and stamp, okay? Because I think that the halo needs to be just a little bit thicker so that you can see your yellow in it better. All right, mind you, it'd be really good to go in there with some gold luster. Anyway, it's just a little thin. And then this one is, you know, the Highland Coo from Sue Butler on Etsy. Her company is 3D Commotion, and I always leave a link below. And so this is camelback, gray hair, pinkaboo, some green, hot tamale, and old lace. Always sells very well, no matter what season. The next shelf down, I put cones in. So this one was the 6, so definitely got 6. And this one was 7. And so it was a hot 6. And that's usually what I want. And usually when I do copper float, I get crystals. Not so much this time. So I don't know what's going on. I think I might contact Mako and ask if they reformulated. I did get crystals on, I think, one piece, but I believe I used the old copper float on that one. The new copper float I used on all the commissions, remember? Well, sure, let's go into the commission mug. So no crystals. Beautiful, nice mug. And I asked Les, he actually prefers it like this than crystals. But I just love crystals. Anyway, the lovely lady who ordered these likes them, thank goodness. And so she's chosen 2 already. But yeah, it just didn't crystal. I mean, you got the fine ones, but not the big ones that I really, really love. Anyway, combo. It's 370 white stoneware, and it's 2 times alabaster, 1 time winterwood. And then that ended up being 4 coats of copper float. So it really should have crystallized, but it didn't because this is a refire, right? So anyway, it is pretty. Let's go on to the little things. This one I was least impressed with. So again, the copper float, no crystals. And this is Textured Burgundy by Spectrum. And I did 3 coats, and these spots that you see, the whiter spots, they're not crawls. They're just, okay, maybe they're a little bit, they're not raw. So maybe it was too much glaze. I suspect that this glaze probably looks better on texture. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed because I was looking forward to using that textured burgundy. Anyway. I did these small bowls as little testers because that was a new glaze to me. And this is a new glaze to me. Tropical teal. And yeah, I like it. It's got some greens in it, right? So teal and greens. So that's nice because I don't think I have a glaze like that. And it turned out, I think. I don't know. Never used it, but I like what I see. So, and again, 3 times copper float. Yeah, just not happy. Oh, and then I guess that rim would be tropical teal on copper float. Anyway, and then green jasper. I bought it. And I like it. I think I like it better where it drips than I like it as a spotty glaze. And I think that it could be used in certain applications, like especially on the Christmas trees, right? But I don't see a high percentage of people loving it, but I see some people loving it. So, and yeah, it's nice. So we'll be testing with that as well. This one bowl I've done before, and it is Kim and Todd's Autumn Ember. So it is cordovan times 2, birch times 2, and then sweeps of light flux. So I did the light flux around the rim twice, and I did like 1, 2, 3 twice. And that had to be refired too because it didn't get hot enough to do this, but it's good now. But no crystals. Oh well. C'est la vie. Okay. Always love this combo. Do I say it again? I'm disappointed there are no crystals because that's what I love about this combo. But it is what it is. So this was 2 times Mako sea salt, and then 3 times Mako's copper float, and then 3 times white opal by Mako, and white opal on the inside. And then for all of this here, I just take a squeezy bottle and just squeeze some on the white parts. And so, yeah, beautiful mug. And I did another one like that. Anyway, somebody will love it. I had a couple of refires for my oil bottles. Oh, darn it. I see another pinhole. It's right here. So this is a refire, and that's the only pinhole. So this is ended up being, well, like it's 3 coats of Mako root beer. And then I put another one just here for the refire. And then 2 times honey flax and 2 times river birch. And yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I should refire that or just ask her. She's actually a family friend. Can I just like sound that off for you? Because this refire is perfect. So I just don't want to put it in again. Anyway, as in my last video, they're 2 different shapes because she wanted to be able to reach for a shape and know what was in it. So yeah, they're nice. And 2 more oil bottles. So copper float 3 times. Audrey, stop banging the table. Copper float 3 times, and power turquoise with some seaweed. But I had refired it to try and get the crystals, so the power turquoise and seaweed combo is not as dramatic as it usually is, but it's still pretty. So I mean, and this is how it's going to be now. So yeah, turned out good. And there's another one like that. There we go. All right. Then I have this bowl, which is refired. So the inside, it had pinholes all in here because it didn't get into temperature. So this is green tea, and the bottom is copper float. And now look at that. This was on the second shelf. Why? Why did the whole kiln not turn out like that? I think maybe I did the old copper float on here, but anyway, I think that it's worth a phone call. And I will not be trying copper float again before Christmas. I will do it in January sometime, but gorgeous bowl. Yeah, that's pretty. And then I have another mug, and this one, a little bit of crawling here. So I'm not sure. I might just throw it back in just on a slow cool. I mean, I can't ruin the copper float now. So it's the 3 times copper float. And then this is my first shot at opulence, Misty Mountain. What is it called? Just a second. Smoky Mountain Mist. Sally Roper uses it a lot. It's very pretty. It's a satin glaze and it's so pretty. So I don't know what would happen if I put it into a slow cool, but I have a big bowl coming with it on, and that's going into a slow cool. So yeah, so I might just throw this in and see what happens just to get rid of these crawls here, but very beautiful glaze. Thanks, Sally. And 2 more pieces. I made the shallow chip and dip, so sorry about that. This is the Mako red brick envelope, which I think goes really well with copper float. And this is the refire, and I still have to refire it. Eek. Anyway, so 3, 4 times copper float. And then this is obsidian times 2. And then I had done 2 times seaweed. And it didn't come out so seaweedy, which I should have known. I mean, I know it doesn't. Obsidian sucks it and you need more seaweed. And then, that's when I put the 4th coat of copper float on, 2 more coats of seaweed. And that's when I put on Amanda's from Red Aft, her sintered glazed chips on the edges there. And I really like that, Amanda. It looks good. The only thing is that look at here, there's like this wee little surface crack. Anyway, so it's gonna go back in. I'm throwing it in the slow cool, and I'll put something over here to fill and hide that. More seaweed, and I don't know if I have more of those chips of that color, but maybe there's another color I could use, or not at all. Anyway, I do love those chips on there, Amanda. It looks great. So awesome. And look at me, I managed to do a shallower chip and dip. And my last piece is really nice. So look at all the crystals on this. I've got crystals on copper float. This was on the 2nd shelf as well. And I've got crystals on micro cerulean by Mako. Fab. Okay, so why weren't there crystals on the others? I don't know. I don't know. Those kiln gods, I'm just not happy with them right now. But look at the crystals on that cerulean. Fabulous. So I've chosen a couple of 2 more potters. There's so many that can use the shout out, but just 2 more potters for this time that you need to go check out. And that would be Amanda at Red Aft. And I went to visit Amanda, and she's the one that made all the sintered glazed chips for me. And yeah, she does some really interesting things. I mean, she's a busy mom, so you might not see a lot of kiln openings, but she does lots of interesting things. So that's kind of fun. And the other is Pottery by Natalie. Natalie has been putting out a lot of kiln openings and doing some really fun things, and also a busy mom, and could use the subscribers. So there you go. So it's out there now, Jeanette's story, and she's doing great, which is wonderful. I do encourage women to go get their mammogram. My mom has had breast cancer, is a survivor, But because it's in the family, then I go every year. I know she was talking about people going every 3 years, and I think that is pretty normal, every 3 years. But if cancer is in the family, then every year is when you go. Don't be afraid of the appointment. It's cinchy. But I know there are some people out there who haven't gone in a while and are afraid to go. But I encourage you to go. And it's kind of no way to live having it hang over your head. So if you need to talk to me privately, then just go through my website and I'll get back to you. And you men, get your prostate checked out. I had my brother pass away and my father-in-law. And with my brother, I was with him to the end, my sister and his wife. And you need to go get your prostate checked. I told Les he's doing it every year, way when his father found out he had it. And Les does every year get his prostate. And because they have a record, then there's always those numbers that you can keep track of. And the same with your mammogram, right? If you keep going regularly, then that's how they see that there's been a change and they might need to do something about it. So anyway, there's your little pep talk. Sorry about that. But I don't want any of you to get sick, especially with that. If you're going to get sick, get a cold. All right, that's it. Peace out, my friends.